This is live on KTK. Well, according to National Scoliosis Foundation, about 7 million Americans develop scoliosis, but a robotic surgery offered at ETMC can help patients have a better outcome.
Joining us to talk more about this is Dr. Michael Merrick with Azalea Orthopedic. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So explain to us first, what is scoliosis?
Yeah, so scoliosis is technically more than a 10-degree curve of the spine. So kind of an S-shaped curve that we see common on x-rays is scoliosis. There are a few different types. One type that you hear most commonly about are adolescents, so young people that have scoliosis. Other types, particularly that we commonly see in East Texas, are in older patients, and they have kind of a degenerative scoliosis that occurs from arthritis.
So how does this develop then?
So a lot of it, the adolescent type is, some people think it's congenital, some people think it's kind of sporadic and just happens. The degenerative type, again, is mostly because of the formation of bone spurs and because the discs between the vertebra sort of collapse asymmetrically, and they cause a scoliosis.
Yeah.
And if you have scoliosis, what are the effects of it? Do you feel any pain?
So typically, patients with scoliosis have more back pain than the general population. When your scoliosis becomes relatively severe, oftentimes your nerves are pinched. So nerves sort of come out of the side of the spine, and you can imagine if one side, particularly the convexity or sort of the inward side of the curve, gets pretty severe, then that nerve gets pinched and people have a lot of what they call sciatica or pain down into their legs particularly.
So this is something you can live with, but probably is going to get worse over time?
Correct. So in adolescence, sort of our rules for treating scoliosis are curves between 10 and 25 degrees we kind of watch. Curves between 25 and 40 degrees we tend to put in a brace to try to hold them below about 45 or 50 degrees. So 45 or 50 degrees in an adolescent is the breaking point. So if you can, when an adolescent stops growing, right, and becomes an adult, if their curve is less than 45 or 50 degrees, it should not progress, according to a lot of research. If it's bigger than 45 or 50 degrees, it will continue to grow as they get into adulthood. And so that 45 to 50 degrees is really critical, because if it's bigger than that, then they tend to continue to get bigger as patients get older.
We had mentioned the robotic surgery. What are the benefits that the patient and the surgeon see from this system?
So spine surgery in the last 10 or 15 years has really taken off and is so much better than it used to be. And spine surgery for patients is really a scary thing, but we've gotten so much better at figuring out who needs surgery and why they need it and who has good outcomes, that it has changed the outcomes for patients. And so patients do so much better with spine surgery than they used to. Another part of successful spine surgery is that our tools are a lot better. And one of the tools that we use in Tyler is a robotic system called the Mazor robot. And the Mazor robot functions to help us improve our accuracy of putting in screws. And so when we do scoliosis correction, we have to put in screws and rods. The robot helps us put in those screws very, very accurately and more efficiently. So people are under anesthesia for a shorter amount of time, and where we put the screws is very, very accurate.
So what is the age range you're seeing for this procedure then?
Yeah, good question. So in adolescence, we're typically treating younger patients, 14 years old to say 25 years old. And then there's a second subset of population that's in their 50s to 80s even. But all of them, the surgery is pretty similar, where we have to use these screws and rods to correct their deformity and, more importantly, to hold their spine stable. So this robotic system is a really unique tool that allows us, again, to do it faster, so patients aren't under anesthesia longer, and a whole lot more accurate.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there is watching who happens to have scoliosis and they want to know more information about this, where can they go?
They can go to the Scoliosis Research Society, would be a really good place for them to go. That group is about as good as anywhere in the world. There's a lot of information on their website. We have information on our website at Azalea, and certainly if they have a lot of pain, we'd be happy to see them in the office.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up